Well, it's a few days later, and I'm changing gears here a little bit on this video. We had a little bitty accident here about 12 hours ago at 4:30. Dad decided to wrestle with a cow that just calved. And this is what happened. You care to explain what happened?
Me?
Yes.
Well, I thought I'd be nice and put the calf in, like we always do, so he be separate from the cow herd. I went to the calf. As soon as I touched the calf, the cow hit me, and I backed off. She not only warned me, as she was warning me, she kept on coming and knocked me down. I went down, she pushed me into the ground, and what I remember the most was that she, after pushing me into the ground, I could sense her belly rubbing my head. She turned over on top of me to go back to the calf, and that's when my nose got, I assume, got smashed up and made me look like a raccoon. And nothing seemed too bad. I got up, I picked up my hat and walked away and said to myself, well, that wasn't too bad. So I was quite pleased that I wasn't hurt and sore. I walked into the house and sat down and tried to stay cool as I could so I wouldn't get too sore, or straight as I could so I wouldn't be too sore. And I was starting to feel pain, and I asked Michael to come a little earlier to come and look things over and help me get some freezing on it or whatever. But by then Mom woke up, and we decided we'll wait till the hospital gets going, and we made it just in time to get to the hospital. But as emergency people were working there this morning, they said be there by 8 o'clock. We were there by 8 o'clock, but I had a good doctor and nurse, and they went over me thoroughly and sent me for a CAT scan, because on the one side of me, they were doing an ultrasound and they couldn't see where I got all the pain, whether there was internal bleeding or not. That was the main concern. So,
but you have pain in your side here, right?
Yeah, and
that side.
Right.
And then you got bashed in the head pretty good, and obviously a broken nose.
I got broken nose and 2 black eyes.
Yeah.
So I come out of it not too bad. It could have been worse.
Yes, it was a close call.
Good thing she went back to her calf, because if she just stuck with it, I think picking me up in pieces.
Yeah.
She went at me hard.
Well, yeah, she is a cow that she is slated to go this year anyways.
Good thing
should have went last year.
Bedding.
Oh yeah, and good thing there was lots of bedding, so he cushioned the blows. But being a nervous cow that she was, and assuming that everything was all right, but yeah, he got caught and in a bad situation, and luckily he got out of it with just this. So for those of you that are in the cattle business, or even not in the cattle business, these things do happen once in a while, regardless how stringent a culling you do, and yeah, you can never just trust a cow 100%. So take this as a warning. Well, we're back outside here at the calving pen. Here's the cow that decided to rearrange Dad's face. She is a nervous type cow, of course, as you can see. She would more run away from you than anything, but this time she decided to do the other direction. And obviously you keep your distance. I guess you can call her kind of a psycho bitch. So this is going to be the last year for her here. She's just going to be more of a problem when time goes on. We got about 3 of them like that. That black one over there, she can be a nervous Nelly too, and she's on the hit list. We're calving her out one more time. Good thing it's almost May and the cows can, as long as they have it outside and no problems. This calf sucked all right. Well, you know, it wouldn't be so bad. So I was hoping to maybe get footage from the camera. I did look it up from that time frame in early morning, but the camera was pointing over to that corner of the pen and she had it about here. In fact, I think Dad lost a sorting stick or something, he said. But I'm not going to worry about going in there at the moment. So, yeah. Bit of a scary time there when I got a phone call at 5:30 in the morning saying, I got run over by a heifer. He called that one a heifer. That's a 4-year-old 1,500-pound heifer. But, yeah. Like I said before, you never trust a cow totally, especially the ones that are a little psycho or nervous or whatever. And I've seen me get almost that way even with quieter cows that you think you could trust. So at calving time, you do what you can not to trust a cow totally, because you just don't know. Hormones get imbalanced, and especially when they first calve, the excitement is built up, and yeah, it can turn into disasters like this, especially if they're a little on the nervous side as it is. So yeah, on that note, everybody's still okay and upright. A little bit of collateral damage, I guess, but yeah, a little bit of a scary day today. So other than chores, that was about all that was done. I think we still had 3 calves today. I had to help 2 of them sucked. Obviously not this one. And I wasn't going to help her either. The hell with it. So, well, I came home for supper. Turned the corner here with the old car. Heard a clunk. Didn't know what the heck was going on. Didn't think much of it. Looked in the trunk to see if something let go, because it looked like there's a bit of a lean on the back end. Jumped in the old car to back up to take off back to the yard, and then a big clunk.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Or do we even bother?
No, get rid of it. It's done, piece of shit.
Da 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 da. Well, the other night when the car fell apart, Sherry and I went back to the yard to get the tractor and thought we'd just start dragging it home. Here, cows decided to go through that gate. Top wire got, of course, cows get pushing on the fence there because the grass is always on the greener on the other side. Pop that top wire off. There was cows on the road here. They decided to go through this open gate. And of course, once they got into there, they weren't coming back out. So I thought, well, we tried to bring them out. No, that wasn't going to work. So I just thought, well, there's no sense running around like a lunatic trying to get them in. We'll just lock them in there for the night. It was mostly cows. they're going to want to just eat grass anyways. It was mostly a whole bunch of calves and a few cows there. So I went and grabbed some stand-up panels and our portable panel, and because I decided, but then if we can get everything back up on the road here the next morning, we'll just zip them down. That group, we generally move this group anyways from this corner of this little paddock a few yards down the road and then into our place. Well, it's 6 o'clock the next morning, thinking that I got everything kind of staying on each side of the road. Nope. The cows decided to bust that gate. As you can see, they just tore that gate apart. There's cows on the road going this way, up to about that lane up there. There was cattle in my neighbor's on the other side of that bluff. There was cattle wandering around out there. There's cows wandering down there half a mile. In fact, there was some at Dad's yard. There was a fence. They jumped over the fence toward the pre-calving pen. It was one cluster mess. So I had Sherry get up, and Mom got up 7 o'clock in the morning. We're going here, going there, setting up I had some panels already here set up the night before in the dark. This is what we generally do. We block the road with stand-up panels. That way we just bring the cattle out, and especially with young calves, it's like herding cats. So I did the scramble, getting some cows back and forth and trying to get them in. We went over there with the loader into the neighbor's pasture there to get them out. And long story short, we got them all back in by about 2 or 3. Good thing they didn't go further east, further than Dad's yard, because then that would have really been fun. So yeah, just one thing after another here this week. It's just makes a guy go. So, anyways, the mess got straightened out by about. Actually, there was still 2 more out here. I discovered about dinner time. So I got them home through a different way, or got them to my place in a different way. And I think there was one cow that was missing her calf out there. And the calf was still out here somewhere. So I got her back, and oh Jesus, this is just, yeah. It's too bad I didn't film all this while it was going on, because, but this guy here, yeah, I wasn't in a very good mood at the time, so filming wasn't an option at that time. But I think I'm going to have to learn how to just calm down and take it in stride and use it for YouTube content. So, so anyways, that's what happened that night. Yeah, after all that craziness, and they're all settled back into place here now. Even 2 out there just enjoying it. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully next week will be a better one. See you then.